you want me to hear you? Want to go forward? Okay, and again.
All right, I'm going fast. I'm going through this fast. We're put in at PBIS at the beginning of the year, and we focused on things that we knew would be tangible, the teachers would buy into it, things that were easy to do. Dress code, we attacked the hoods, do-rags, bandanas, and it was something teachers could see, it was visible, they knew we were making a difference, and they were able to just do it. Take your hat off, take your hood down, those things. They weren't afraid to kind of, talk to a kid about that. Tardies, we did the implementation of a practical tardy procedure because that was a big issue. We wanted children in class, not in the halls. We wanted to be able to track that data. And we did buy-in from teachers by putting 2 or 3 programs together. We went over to Matulka. We had Drew go over to Matulka and look at what they were doing, and that's kind of what the teachers voted to do. So we gave them some ownership in that process. And then hall passes, we came up with a hall pass policy to keep the halls clear and people in class, no fly zones with PBIS. And then the on-time graduation, we did a graduation mentor program. The dress code, I just pretty much said all that. Tardy policy, we looked at other schools' models, gave them a chance to vote. And then our tardy statistics. We have a tardy station, they all get filtered to that or pushed down to that. They're given their tardy pass to go to class. After they get 3, they get a consequence. 4, they get a consequence. 5, they get a consequence. And we did this. This is just first period tardy. We do them all. And you see 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade broken down in September, October, November, December. But the big number is, I did this at the end of, right before we went to Christmas break, and winter break. And you see that we've reduced it by 24% year to date in from last year. So we thought that was a pretty big, pretty impactful change. And that was something we were able to send our teachers away with right before we went on break and say, hey, all this hard work, all you've been doing, you're making a difference. And that's just first period tardies. That's just, first period. So I haven't gone through the numbers to do the rest. Hall video we'll get to later. Tardy station video. We went to our on-time graduation mentors, and this is sort of like we built this program off of what Bird did, but we did a little different setup with my data dashboard. We're in the infancy stages of data dashboards, but we determined criteria and the number of students we were going to try to target for on-time graduation coaches. And we picked 20. I think y'all did some astronomical number last year. 48 or something. We didn't want to bite off more than we could chew. We wanted to make sure we were successful the first time around and we didn't lose teachers in the process. We created the data dashboard, which I'll show you in a minute. We selected 20 students. And then what I did is, I stole everything Adrian said she did. I went around and we did the data dashboard, and I worked with the counselors, and they helped me put together everybody who had an SOL was on time, on target to graduate. And I was looking for students who basically just needed an intervention to get to school on time, to get to school. We didn't need to do SOL interventions. They weren't major behavioral issues. These were just 20 students that if they showed up, we could get them across the stage. Their issue was not being on time.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. You set it up.
All right, and I'll show you the data dashboard in a minute. But this is the video we made. I talked to each student after we picked our 20. I went and sat down and talked to each student one-on-one, gave my sales pitch, and I was shocked at the response we got. The students were actually like, oh my gosh, thank you for choosing me. I get to be in this program. And they thought it was a great thing. Not coming to school is not the greatest thing, but they thought it was awesome that they were being picked for something. They really felt honored. They thought they had won a prize. And so we had them, we got them buy-in. But I told them, I said, to do this, you've got to want to be involved, and you've got to want to accept whatever help you're going to get. You've got to be open to this. And you're going to have to do a video for me, because they don't like to get their picture taken. And I said, on this video, you're going to basically be auditioning, or you're going to be interviewing for a coach. And I'm going to put it to the faculty, and the faculty is going to pick you based on your presentation. And I had them all do the same little spiel. And this is kind of what we did.
They all had a script, right?
They all had a script that says the exact same thing. So when you see these, every kid's going to say the same thing. But then I'll tell you in a second, we had to make some concessions.
I hope it's loud enough for you. We're using different speakers today than usual. And it was working just a moment ago.
Well, she's basically just saying.
Oh, it was working just a minute ago. Let me see if I can do it again because I don't know why. Did the sound go off or something?
Yeah, the sound thing.
Yeah, the sound thing. What do you mean?
There's another sound.
Oh, this, it's muted. Okay, no, we didn't have that on before, so sorry about that. So we'll back it up. It's still muted? All right. Take it off mute.
Now it's on mute. Now it's muted.
Mute off, it says, all right. So let me just wind it back here. Sorry about that. We have it all queued up and everything. So we'll go ahead and start.
Don't count this against my time.
I swear this was just working for us. The register stop. Sorry, folks. But you wanted to go ahead and tell them some more about your dashboard while we're
And what,
plan of
there we go. Yay.
Hello, my name is Ashley Brown, and I'm a student at Meadowbrook High School, class of 2013. I am committed to graduating, and with your support, I will walk across the stage at Siegel Center in June 10, 2013. I am determined to make this happen so I can carry out my post-graduation plan of going to college to study sports medicine.
Hello, my name is Jessica Briones, and I am a member of the Meadowbrook High School class of 2013. I am committed to graduating, and with your support, I will walk across the stage at the Siegel Center on June 10, 2013. I am determined to make this happen so I can carry out my post-graduation plan of attending John Tyler College.
Hello, my name is Corey Lewis, and I'm a member of Meadowbrook High School, class of 2013. And I'm committed to graduating, and with your support, I will walk across stage at the Senior Center on June 10, 2013. I'm determined to make this happen so I can carry out my post-graduation plan of going to ODU and studying electrical and computer engineering.
Hello, my name is Marasha Nasser.
and so they go through and they do that. At the end, we had a split screen with all 20 of their faces and names so the teachers could look and choose. And I had to make a couple concessions. You didn't see it there. We had a couple students who were like, I don't want to do a video, but I'll do a picture. And I don't want to read it. So what we did, we just did the subtitle, what they were going to do. You know, we ran it across the bottom because they wouldn't read it, but they would do the video. It was weird, but we wanted them in. We were kind of going to meet them where they were at so we didn't lose them. And that was like 2 or 3 kids at the end. And it worked out well. The teachers really responded to this. We probably got about 30 people who asked to help, volunteer to be coaches. And we were able to kind of expand our data, you know, our numbers of kids. And then since then, I was glad to hear Adrian say we've lost a couple kids to situations. We've got one who's applying for GED, one who was accepted to community, and we've got another one with a discipline issue. So we kind of fill those spots, but we did find them places to go. They're not lost. They're not those kids we can't find. They do have somewhere to go, and we know what their final result's going to be, hopefully. But our data dashboard was much simpler than, or much more simple than what Adrian did, because we were looking for absences, and I started this at the beginning of the year, so we looked at last year's absences, and if you see the ones with the little special symbol beside it, indicates absences this year, because some of them had a lot of absences last year, but it wasn't a problem for them at that point. So I switched over and I looked at some kids who were having issues already this year. They had the GPA and the credits, and I worked with counselors on this, and then no major discipline issues. And the reason I left their names up there is because the statistics would say our males are more at risk. But as we went through our data dashboard and we targeted certain criteria, we noticed we had a much higher number of females that we needed to target. And out of that, our success program has started its own, just a female-specific success program unit to help target those interventions for those young ladies who need that help. Great video. And benefits for the whole process, as we looked at all the things, the discipline with the hats, the tardies, the on-time graduation stuff, is our staff morale is up. They feel like they're making a difference because they can see the thing, it's tangible now. They can see that what they're doing is making a difference. They feel empowered because they voted on the tardy station policy. They voted on those things, and they're now helping young people out. We've had people come after the fact and want to get involved with graduation coaches. open line of communications. You know, we've been able to work with the groups. Everybody's kind of in it together. It's that team. We haven't put together that intervention team, but it's coming together because everybody who's a player in the game is automatically getting involved. And then identified other students with needs. It went through the data dashboard. That was important. And it was hard to keep it focused because what happened was all of us know that kid, oh, he doesn't fit this criteria, but he really needs this help. We really need to help this kid. So we were able to identify other children that we could add to other tiers of interventions or other intervention strategies for. Create impetus for student intervention team, which we're involved in creating right now. The female section of success, and then it was just healthy, constructive, and organic for our faculty and staff to go through the process. Yeah, if you want to do that. We had one of our PBIS team members go around and just kind of, for the teachers too, to show them the hall. Let's go to the tardy station video. This is our tardy station, and what made me enjoy this video, you see them covering their head and holding their hands to the camera like they're ashamed to be there. Oh, there's like camera down there covering up. Nobody wants to be caught at the tardy station.
It's not the case with me.
That just showed that, you know, this is our TC hall. As you watch this, when the warning bell rings, when our warning bell rings, you'll see they're actually hustling the class. They don't want to get a tardy. They don't want to get involved in that tardy station. They hate it. It's inconvenient. They don't know why we're keeping them out of class to get a tardy. I had it edited down, but when I sent it to Ms. Land, it didn't always work the way it needed.
No, you fast forward here?
Yeah, you can fast forward a little bit to where we get a tardy warning bell.
You don't want to do the video. It won't fast forward.
I won't fast forward. In a second, you're going to hear our warning bell, which means they have 1 minute. And then you'll see them, there's the warning bell. And you got to kind of stand on the side of the hall and get that warning bell. You'll see in a second when Mr. Walker turns around, they're going to start rolling through.
There's Miss Evans working her magic.
Notice the teacher support for all of
Teachers
this.
in the halls.
Something that Chad probably wasn't planning on saying, but
There they come.
There they go.
You hurry up. Don't get caught up.
But we had probably 4 or 5 little clippets like this that we showed the staff of them running to class, people taking their hats off, going to the tardy station. And you know, the staff like to see themselves, that everybody's out at the hall, they get to see other people in other part of the building are doing what you're doing, and those kind of things. And we always follow up every week with a midweek update, just kind of a little pep talk to say, hey, we're doing great, or you need to tighten up on this or tighten up on that. So,
And
that's it.
something that I was going to say that you may not have been planning to mention is that Chad sends out weekly notices to the staff, that all staff get the email on acknowledging and recognizing staff members for things that they're doing in the hallway, little comments they're making to the students to encourage
Yes.
them along.
At the end of the email, we just do good things I've seen or heard, and I just list individual names and bold them and put, you know, Mr. Cunningham, and making sure the tardy station is checked in or whatever. Just something you see, and they love it. And then I used to have to go looking for things to put in there, but now they'll send me, so-and-so gave up their planning period to cover somebody while they had a special ed meeting or something like that. And the staff is just all into reporting on themselves good things, and they always fuss at me for not going upstairs and looking at things that you didn't need to mention 800 hall more because you're not up here enough. So it even keeps me in check a little bit.
Right. Staff. And they're